Good evening, ladies. I hope you have had a chance to listen all the way through Pete's video and to reflect on the prayer points and the reflection questions during this first week. This is a topic that can bring up some real pain in our lives as we think about our own places of disappointment and unanswered prayer. And so I hope that you won't pass lightly over that, but that you will ask the Holy Spirit to meet you in that place of pain and to show you something new about the how long season that you're in, or the prayer that seems like it has never been answered. What I wanted us to do tonight is to back up a little bit chronologically in the gospel, because Pete is going to take us through the last few days of Jesus' life, from Holy Thursday through Good Friday and the silence of Saturday and into Easter, as we walk through an exploration of unanswered prayer and the disappointments of prayer. So I wanted us to back up a little bit and sort of get a running start into the chronology of this week. We've just come through Holy Week, and so these things are fresh in our mind. But I want us to back up to that Sunday prior to Holy Thursday. We call it Palm Sunday. That entry of Jesus into Jerusalem with the shouting of the crowds and the seeming embrace of who he is and what he's come to do. And yet Jesus has a pretty clear-eyed understanding of just how much the crowds don't understand. And as he reflects on that, we hear some really heart-wrenching feelings of disappointment and distress from Jesus. So Luke chapter 19, verses 41 through 44. As Jesus came near and saw the city, he wept over it. And here's why he cried, saying, "If you, even you, had only recognized on this day the things that make for peace. But now they are hidden from your eyes. Indeed, the days will come upon you when your enemies will set up ramparts around you and surround you and hem you in on every side. They will crush you to the ground, you and your children within you, and they will not leave within you one stone upon another, because you did not recognize the time of your visitation from God." Do you hear the anguish in Jesus' cry? He knows that not only have his prayers for Jerusalem not been answered, but they will not be answered in the short term. In fact, the exact opposite will happen. Jerusalem will be destroyed. And in Jesus weeping, you hear this anguish, not just of his own heart, but for all the centuries of prophets before him who prayed for Jerusalem, who prayed for God's people to turn their eyes back to him, and who died without ever having seen that prayer come to fruition. You hear the aching of God's own heart over his people in the weeping of Jesus. And so as we move into this series that will probably bring up some pain for us as we reflect on our own lives and our own prayer journeys, I want us to just lean in to the fact that the one who journeys with us understands and knows what it is to pray and lament and yearn and ask the Father, only to have the answer be silence or be no, at least for a season. And in the case of the prophets, for a very long season. The answer to their prayers came long after they had gone into the presence of God. So rest in the presence of Jesus and allow him to accompany you through this journey as we consider the disappointments that can be associated with our prayer life. God bless you.